on, guys? It's ASAP Flash here, and I'm here with another video episode review. I meant to say episode review, but for some reason I said video. Whatever. So this is season 3, episode 6 of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, titled "Kimmy is a Feminist." Now it goes on kind of because it kind of opens up with her in the new college and with Danny and kind of all her female friends, and then Danny's complaining like, why is Kimmy so much cooler than her, and what can she do? And I mean, cause in her eyes, Kimmy is such a dork. Well, essentially, to be nice about it, and and Dan is supposed to be like this young troublemaker that like supposed to be cool and whatever. So she's kind of like breaking her head about it. Anyway, so she gets invited to a party later that night, and and then later in the episode, like she meets the host, the tour guide, who's later gonna transfer. And it's funny. There's this little joke. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. They just let the white girl in. Wow, I have to work my ass off here. And it's just kind of funny because obviously in the last episode, she got her way into the college by scholarship fund, via the rowing team, and then he had to work his ass off there like everybody else. And then she's like, this kind of joke like, why didn't they, oh shit, ah. Oh, why didn't you get the scholarship just like I did? She's so completely oblivious about her situation, but you just gotta love her because she's so just you. And then so so she's hanging around with her rowing team, with her rowing friend, and later in the episode she figures out that they're just young kids that just, I mean, and then this episode nails it perfectly, the stereotype, and then that what I call Tumblr activist or whatever. I mean, because they fight for, like, there's this one scene in here where they say man and they say boy and all this. Actually, the scene was he goes up to her and says like, I forgot what he was saying, but it's basically like, there's complaining that they addressed him as a man on bullshit or whatever, that whatever. And then she goes on this whole, oh, I just called you boy. Oh, I did it again. Oh, brother, I need help. And just going on and on. It's like, it's just making things more awkward for herself. And then oh yeah, anyway. So they're at a party, and then he gives her this weird form, like, okay, before we start making out, I need you to sign this, whatever. And then she reads through it, saying like, what? No way. Thumbs are for approval and picking up hitchhikers or some of those lines. And and then he just throws a freaking fit, like that she's not into him, blah blah blah. And then she just realizes, she opens her eyes, that everybody in the party is just kids, like 17-year-olds that are in college. And what's up with that, you know? And so yeah, she just kind of makes that realization. And it's kind of funny though, because everybody else is like in their teens, like really young kids, and her, she's probably like in her 30s and shit, And it's funny because there's one scene where like the she comes off across as like older because it's all makeup and all that shit, and it's funny because it's like so I feel like a hooker in this, and then like, well, no, it's female empowerment and all this Tumblr mojo talk or whatever. I mean, I'm mojo, but like rambling and shit. Anyway, so the second plot had to do with like basically a continuation from the last episode where like the Russ's brother put the moves on Jacqueline, so she doesn't know what to do. And it's funny because there's this one a side gag where it's like he's calling her, and then they're having this conversation or whatever. Like, it was awkward, but like if we could hang out, that'd be cool, blah blah blah. And then the background of he's at it has like an airplane, so you assume he's at an airport for some reason. It's like, it's cool. I'm in your hallway. She opens the doors, and it's like, for some reason she has a poster of a airplanes in their hallway, weird as hell, but and so yeah, so the plot, so the subplot is with Jacqueline, and then she has to bring Titus over to kind of like convince the other guy that he's a straight guy, and he just comes up with a stereotypical cliche name, Cork Rottingham, and there's like he just like ditches his feminine voice for like a buff, like a kind of like a gruff lumberjack kind of voice, like, hey, yeah, I'm Cork Rottingham, and yeah, so that a lot of crazy shit, a lot of jokes happen here, like yeah, so that's pretty much it. I feel like I've been rambling a little bit about this episode, but yeah, it's just really good shit. Anyway, so that's pretty much it with Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, whatever. So if you watch the show, before excuse me, that gum was kind of getting uncomfortable. Anyway, actually, before continue on, before I started watching the show, um, The Flash season 3 is now on Netflix, which is freaking cool. It's actually amazing because like because I thought I would have to wait until October and whatever, and it's actually pretty cool. So major props to CBS and Netflix or whoever was involved or whatever. I get the season a week later. It's like literally a week later because it ended on the 31st and about like more or less a week later. So pretty cool. Instead of like waiting all that time and watch accidentally viewing spoilers via memes and shit like that, I could just do watch it, and that's pretty cool. And then obviously, like I think it said in the last video or whatever, that the first episode is called Flashpoint, and I think the next episode is called Paradox. So that's pretty cool. It's like and as I know from the spoilers that I've seen, is Salvatore is the new villain or whatever, and also the guy from Harry Potter is like one of the villains or something. So I don't know. I guess I need to see it to actually understand what the hell's going on. And yeah, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, this is kind of irrelevant because it's not doesn't have to do with my channel. It has to do with another channel that was my total favorite channel. And for some reason, like, cause like I had so many videos subscribed, the email, that bell notification thing. So I decided to, kind of like just three channels a month, like every month, just switch it out for another 3 channels anyway. So anyway, so either the last month or the month before, I noticed one of the channels, SourceFed Nerd, wasn't uploading anything, and that was really weird. So I went and checked it out, and apparently they stopped making videos altogether. Like they just, they canceled or some shit. I don't really understand what that means. Like they canceled it or whatever. But the weird thing is, it's been taken up by Now This Nerd, and it's just really strange to me how, because Now This is kind of like, a news, um a news social media site. It's like kind of like if Facebook had its own version of MSNBC, but like new where it takes the news and snips it into little videos and whatever. I don't know how I feel about this because when I first seen the video, the introduction video to Now This Nerd, it just seemed kind of like out of place. I don't know because like it's like literally, it's literally nobody that I recognize when it was always said nerd, so I don't know what the whole deal is or whatever. I mean, if they still have the same host from SourceFed Nerd and kind of like a combination of SourceFed and Now This, I can totally get behind that. But if it's not, and if it's like a new name, a new company, it just feels kind of weird. It's like even when you look it up on YouTube, hit SourceFed Nerd, Now This Nerd comes up, and it just feels kind of like like it's a different company took the name of whatever. So I think I'm rambling too much and whatever. Anyway, so that's pretty much it with everything. Like Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, a little bit of Flash, and a little bit of that. Just sprinkled in like season like Salt Bay. Anyway, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you in another video. And just comment whatever you want down below. I'm not really good at these outros, if you already know. So that's it. See you with another video. All right.